Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to week 2 of TLS. Yes, it has finally started. We've got a banger matchup for you today. We've got Vector in blue versus Broken Intake in red. Let's take a look at this field and make sure that all these players are ready to go. Looks like all 6 of them are in fact in. I am joining right now as your head referee for today. And if you guys do not know, this is a best of 5 format. So it is going to be whoever gets 3 wins first is going to take the win away from the other team. So I am now in the game as their head referee. I'm going to tell them that we are starting in 3, 2, 1, and a go. In 3, 2, 1. Reefscape. Here we go. All of the robots are in fact moving out of auto. All 6 robots are scoring their preloads onto that L4 rung. Burn and Bobcat and Stell putting up some algae into those barges for each alliance. As auto ends, blue is up by about 10 out of auto. Something that I think a lot of people expected here. Jeremy is in fact E-Man. I don't know why his name is different, but it is. Stell getting off a steal from that Red Alliance. An algae steal. Going for a ballsy steal too, getting one off of the reef and forcing Iceberg to drop the algae he has out of the field. E-Man scoring some processor for that Blue Alliance, hoping for the bounce outs, which he does get one. Stell missing a little bit on putting those algae into the barge and accidentally making it bounce into the Red Alliance's processor, gaining the Red Alliance 2 points. Very unfortunate for that Blue Alliance. Stell being done with algae now, moving on to L1s, but he realized that he actually wasn't done and is taking some off of the reef. Still missing a few of those algae, not very good for this Blue Alliance, but he'll get them eventually. Iceberg helping out his Red Alliance with some coral, hoping to make up the 20-point deficit that they have right now at the 1-minute mark. Stell's trying to score another L1. He does get it this time. Looks like he's not really caring about the algae, leaving it to E-Man to score into that processor, hoping for those 6-point bounce outs. He does get one of them. 45 seconds left on the clock. The blue lead has in fact grown, and E-Man, looking for another bounce out, wants to make that even bigger. Red Alliance not really wanting that lead to grow any longer. They are looking to make sure that they do not lose this match. Endgame is about to hit 50-point lead for the Blue Alliance. Not sure if this is really comebackable for this Red Alliance, but let's see what happens in these last 20 seconds. Anything can happen, as you know. Double cycles coming from the Blue Alliance, courtesy of Gavin before he goes off to climb. Same with E-Man. No robots from the Red Alliance in the barge at 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 as time expires. Blue is up 293 to 231. We'll have your official scores in just a moment. Okie dokie, folks, we have your official scores in. It is your Blue Alliance going to take this match with a score of 293 to 231. Looks like here that teleop score making the big difference here. And Gavin putting up a huge 101. His teammate E-Man even putting up 92. Very good scoring by both of those. Zachary putting up a very respectable 81 over on the red side of the field there. Looks like Red didn't get any of their climbs, which is very, very unfortunate. Maybe they can get them next match, which will be starting in just a moment. Let's take a look at this field. Is it still frozen? Let's see. Having some technical difficulties here, folks. The stream, as you probably saw, it wasn't updating the scores that well. So we're just making sure that that works for this next match here. But we will be starting in just a moment as soon as the stream is back up and running. I'm going to start right now, E-Man, so you probably want to go back. Okie doke. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and we are off. Okie dokie, folks. Here, match 2, 3, 2, 1. Crescendo. All 6 robots moving on the field. All 5 of 6 robots getting their preloads. Dell immediately going for that algae up inside the barge. Bird and Bobcat dropping his a little bit, but he does eventually pick it back up again and scores it in the barge, but not before Otto is out. This time, Red is up out of Otto. This is the lead that they've been wanting, they've been needing. Looks like they want to keep this lead, although Blue is fiercely fighting on that reef, making sure that Red can't keep it. 77 to 76. Red is still barely up. Burn and Bobcat putting up another algae into that barge. E-Man scoring a processor, netting them only 2 points instead of the 4 that they could have gotten with Stell putting it in their barge. Bobcat getting a foul there, courtesy of E-Man in that reef. 6 points to that Blue Alliance. Very unfortunate for Red, wanting to keep that lead. This is a very, very, very close match here, folks. 118 to 118, tied even. 1 minute 30 seconds left in the clock. One algae goes up in the processor for that Red Alliance. Stell putting an algae up into the barge for the Blue Alliance. E-Man descoring some algae from the reef there, and Stell picking it up to go put it in the barge. Iceberg, the chill out for the Red Alliance, has now moved on to some coral scoring, trying to keep up with that Red Alliance. Both Gavin and E-Man are both very good at scoring onto that reef. So they are trying to make that deficit up with getting Iceberg also scoring on that reef. Bobcat getting a little bit of a foul there from touching an opponent's cage. 6 points to that Blue Alliance will be awarded. 40 seconds left. This match is much closer than last time. Although this double chill out strategy running from Red doesn't seem to be working quite as much as they wanted it to. Endgame is approaching. Blue only has a 20-point lead. If they both don't get their climbs, this could go to Red. Endgame is now here, both chill out scoring for their alliances respectively. 10 seconds left. Nobody's back in their barge going to climb yet. Gavin, the first to go back for that Blue Alliance. And here we go. 30-point deficit. Can Red take this back? Last 2 seconds. 1 second as time expires. 227 to 255 are your unofficial scores. We'll have those official ones in just a moment. Okie dokie, folks, we have your final scores for that second match. It is going to be your Blue Alliance that takes it yet again. Your scores here are 261. Oh, that doesn't work, I guess. Well, it's 261 to 227. A yellow card will be given out to your Red Alliance for entangling with an opponent robot for more than 3 seconds. This doesn't mean much, except that if you get another yellow card, it is a red card, and you will be disqualified for that match, which is not what you like to see when you're 2-0 in a series. But let's go back to this field, and we will get this last match here started. Okay, I'm starting it in 3. Oh, my game is dying. Hold up. Oh, that is why. 1. And here we go. Third and final match. Folks. 3, 2, 1. Dive. All 6 robots just careening off of that start line. 5 out of the 6 robots getting their preloads scored in auto. Burn and Bobcat and Stell doing their thing on that algae, making sure that they can get as many up into that barge. Burn and Bobcat picking up his missed coral in auto and scoring it onto L4 before returning to algae. Stell is the algae machine for this Blue Alliance, putting up 3 already in the first half minute of this match. Looking for a 4th, but getting bumped by his teammate Gavin. Not very nice from Gavin there. Very mean in my opinion. E-Man putting up 2 algae into that processor there. Iceberg and Bobcat both putting up algae into that barge for the Red Alliance. Stell doing the same for the Blue, but getting stuck in the process. E-Man coming over his hero, saving him from that stuck, but then Stell gets stuck again on the blue shallow cage. Will his hero E-Man come to save him this time? Oh, does he need E-Man? Uh-oh. Stell is in fact indeed stuck. He might hear, yep, reset, giving Red 6 points. Very unfortunate for this Blue Alliance. They do have a 20-point lead here, though, so they can make some mistakes like that. Iceberg putting up another algae into that processor for that Red Alliance. Doesn't bounce out though, so it's only worth 2 points. 155 to 191 at the minute mark. Blue is still up by about 30 points. E-Man putting another algae up in that processor for Blue. Does not bounce out though. Looks like Bobcat is switching to more of a defense strategy here for this third match, making sure that E-Man gets his cycles disrupted, making him not able to do his double cycles as he really likes to do. E-Man getting a little bit confused there, not really sure how to get around Bobcat. Does eventually find out, but the coral does not stay in his intake. Stell playing some defense for the Blue Alliance over on the red side of the field. Zachary getting pinned here a little bit by Stell. 20 seconds left. That means Endgame has now hit. 24 points separate these alliances. Gavin not really wanting Zachary to be able to climb here or score on this red reef. 5 seconds left. Gavin is in the blue side of the barge. E-Man, all robots in the barge. Who is it going to be? Ooh, this is close, folks. 247 to 230. Your official scores will be here in just a moment. Okie dokie, folks, your final scores are here. Who is it going to be? It is going to be your Blue Alliance taking not only this game, but this whole entire series with a final score of 247 to 230. Red Alliance put up a very, very good showing here on the field, but sadly it was not enough to take this series away from the Blue Alliance. So this means that Vector is indeed going to take this series away from Broken Intake. And this does put Vector in first currently in your rankings, but you do have to consider that all the other people besides Broken Intake haven't ever played a Week 2 match yet. So towards the end of Week 2 will be your more accurate rankings, but for now, Vector is in that #1 spot. Thank you guys for showing up for this short TLS match. Thank you all, and good night.